Welcome to my podcast, QBABY Let's Be Honest. Today, I got my other bro, Shaq Dizzle. Go ahead and introduce
Yes, sir. I'm Shaq. Y'all know what it is.
Alright, so we decided on the topic for today. He said he wanted to talk about, I think you said 50-50, you said?
50-50 cool too, yep.
Alright, 50-50. So, pretty much, in your opinion, what do you think a relationship be? You think it should be 50-50? Do you think it should be 20-80? Or do you think it should be 100-100?
Me personally feel like that's something like should be agreed upon from the jump. You know, it ain't no necessarily I gotta be taking care of 50% of things, you taking care of 50% of things, you know. If you can't do that, it just should be, accommodated accordingly.
Oh, okay. So, because I know for me personally, I'm going to give 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me personally, because I know my number one job as a man is to provide, protect, and you know what I'm saying? And to make sure that, to put my family in the best possible position possible. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as my woman, like, she has her way in, you know what I'm saying, bringing in her 100%, just like I'm going to do, like, you know what I'm saying, as far as the nurturing of our children, from the lessons that she teach, you know what I'm saying, the great qualities that she can provide to, like, better in our family, you know what I'm saying, because to me, a woman is the ultimate teacher when it comes to children.
That's the truth.
And that's why you have to be very careful what woman you make your queen, even though you're a young king, you know what I'm saying, in the making. Like me and you, we're young kings in the making because we haven't made it to that close to end of life, you know what I'm saying, like the old kings. So, you know what I'm saying, like, I definitely push a lot of young men to understand, like, in playing your role, like, and making sure, like, that you put yourself in the best possible position for your family, because everything that you do reflects on what your children will achieve in life.
And that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So I do push a lot of fathers to, like, be the best version of themselves, because we have plenty of dads, because men have been stepping up to the plate to be there for their children. But the only thing that's bad about that is that a lot of fathers nowadays are not stepping up to the plate to be a father, which is instilling values into the children. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I think that's something that, as definitely in the black community for us, is definitely putting those values into our children to make them the best version of themselves.
Really, because a lot of people wasn't fortunate.
Yeah.
As myself, I had my dad's been there the whole time I've been growing up. So, I learned all kinds of lessons that my mom couldn't teach me. He had to teach me,
I think that's the reason why they say that old saying, a mother can raise a son,
but she can't raise no man. And that's the truth.
Facts.
That's the truth. She can only teach you so much. A man gonna think like a man, and a woman gonna think like a woman. And
yeah.
I don't care. That's pretty blunt, but it just is what it is.
Yeah, because I've been getting a lot of women telling me like, why are the majority of men more like women than like men? I'm like, because majority of them have single mothers that have, like, kicked out fathers, like, and not saying in all cases, because the actual statistic numbers are 60% of single mothers, like that's the percentage, and only 20% out of that 60% actually have good reasons for leaving their husbands, like the baby's father or whatever, because they was, like, extremely abusive for no reasons and stuff like that, and the fact that he wasn't trying to provide, he was, like, on drugs, whatever the case may be.
Oh yeah, there'd be a lot of that one night stand shit going on too.
True.
Shit happens.
You know what I'm saying? It falls into those categories, and then you have the other percent of women that are incentivized to get rid of their husband, which is to get the child support, get the government assistance, call herself a boss bitch, but really she's not a boss bitch. She's feeding off the man in some type of way.
That's her meal ticket.
Yeah. In a way, and it can be on the flip side too. Like, it's like when you look at the fathers that has to be, like, the only child parent, you know what I'm saying, you see that the child comes out at a higher rate of being not a stripper, not a drug addict, not going to prison, you know what I'm saying, they're actually being able to be something part of society. That's what the statistics says anyway. But my thing is that as a man, when it comes to children, like, the way that you stand, you have to be stoic as a man. You know what I'm saying? Being stoic is pretty much just when you're being the solid foundation of your family. Because without a solid foundation, a house will crumble. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And you know what I'm saying? The woman has always been a man's pillar.
She the backbone.
But
Can't take that away from them. If you got a good woman, they gonna be there supportive of you and keep you pushing for excellence. You know, try to get you to where you trying to be, or
Yeah.
you know, exceed where you trying to be.
of course, and that's the reason why I try to push on that 50-50 when it comes to that, is that you have to know your role, you know what I'm saying, as a joint, you know what I'm saying, whether it's you in the position to be able to provide, or whether it's her to be in the position to provide.
Yeah, from a financial standpoint,
Yeah.
you know, you might get with somebody that's doing better than you. I mean,
It can
it's
flip.
yeah, it should flip. You know, if she doing better, well, I'm not gonna say it like that. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like if she doing better than you, and she okay with that, you know, like she should help you build yourself up, you know, and you not supposed to forget that. And that's what happens a lot of times.
True.
If it's vice versa, somebody helping, I'm helping this female, you know, build herself up. Well, she gonna get where she wanna be, and then you know it's adios, forget you, I'm on to the
Next one.
you know, and you got a lot of that going on. I believe that's what, you know, like really scare a lot of people.
I think that's what scares a lot of men in the whole, like, getting in a relationship and pursuing marriage with a woman, because we see a lot of women divorcing their husband, taking half their shit.
And that problem, you can't come in with nothing and then you leave it with half
Half
of
your
everything
shit.
I own, you know. But that's where the trust come in. You gotta like really, you get to that point, gotta know who you with, you know, do your homework.
True. That's the reason why I do a lot of talking, because when me and D did the previous podcast, I told him that a relationship, and this is like my cornerstone of who I am, like when you're in a relationship, whether you're a man or a woman, that you're auditioning to be a husband and a wife. So if your woman is not auditioning to be a wife by the things that she show you, then you need to probably let that go to find yourself a wife. That's the reason why I heard this little young guy that was like probably like 15. He was like, because a man went up and asked him on his little podcast, he was like, why do you think men cheat on their girlfriends? He was like, why would I be loyal to a girlfriend when I'm looking for a wife? And I was like, that's kind of crazy. I was like, it makes kind of sense, because you can date a girl all your life, because you know what I'm saying, there's some dudes out there that have dated a girl for like 10, 15 years and never married them.
Yeah.
And they end up breaking up because of it. And then he found this other girl and he ended up marrying her less than 6 months to a year. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, sometimes stuff work out like that.
yeah, and it comes down to like, I think the traditional values.
Because really, I mean, it's like that. It's always that little man in the back of your head. You know what I'm saying? He letting you know that you might feel like there's something, but you gonna walk that out and see where it's gonna lead. Or that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna speak for the next person, but
Yeah.
if I don't feel like it's gonna, you know, work out for me, I'm not gonna drag it on that long either. You know, I'm gonna try to cut stuff short, but some people will do that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got bad men and bad women on both sides of that spectrum. That's the reason why I try to teach on both sides of the spectrum, is to, like, when you're engaging with a man, know what his standards are and know what her standards are, and see if y'all standards can mesh in a way. You know what I'm saying? That's where that 50-50 come in, is like, are you willing to do the work that it takes to get the man that you want, just like it's when you do the work to get the woman you want.
Yeah, some people just need to realize it's alright to be by yourself. You ain't gotta be with somebody to be happy, you know what I'm saying?
True.
I'm not gonna just get with somebody to feel like I gotta have somebody right there.
True.
It shouldn't work like that either, because you leading somebody on in one aspect or another, you are.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I definitely don't want to see, because like a lot of women have been saying there's not no good men love and stuff like that. And like I tell women all the time, I was like,
I feel like ain't no good women love, you know, all of them on this Tatiana bullshit.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm in that same spectrum with you, you know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why I say, like, when women pay attention to like things like this, I try to get them to understand, like, the way that you carry yourself will dictate, you know what I'm saying? Because if I'm supposed to be your king, the person that you trust, just like you're my queen, and I'm supposed to trust you, you would do anything to embarrass me just like I wouldn't do anything to embarrass you. You know what I'm saying? And that's where that 50-50, you know what I'm saying, thought process come from right there, because in my aspect, I'm thinking about our whole entire family, and you're only thinking
selfish.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? You have a selfish mentality, thinking of that, oh, I'm gonna do whatever I want, regardless if it damaged the family image or if it...
Yeah, you got some women out here like that, but
Yeah.
you got some men out here like that too. You just
True.
gotta know what you're dealing with.
Yeah, like, that's why I say, like, on both sides of the spectrum, I think both can definitely learn to work on certain things to be able to get to the next stage. So in that sense of that 50-50, I definitely want people to understand like a relationship can never be 50-50 because you have to put 100% of your work in just like she has to. That's the only way that you both, because if I'm only giving 50% of me, where's the other 50%? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta either give your all and she give her all in order for y'all to be able to, you know
Actually move forward, build something that's gonna work out and not fall apart.
Yeah. So on to the second topic. It's gonna be, this is gonna be a little bit tough. Like,
What is it?
it's gonna be about the amount of money that a man should have to be with a woman.
Bro, I'm about to curb the relationship. See, I gotta have pockets so deep for me to talk to her. I'm not for you because you know you thinking materialistically. You're not trying to find something. You looking for somebody to tote you and take care of you.
Yeah, because I had a girl that came on her house like, would you be okay with if I had two guys for you? Only thing that's different to them, I mean, they're your dream guy, like in every aspect of the word. And women get confused by this a lot. When I ask them this question, I was like, out of both of these guys, everything that you ever wanted in a guy are both of these dudes. You know what I'm saying? They're equal in every shape or form. Only thing that's different is their bank account. One is 50,000, one's 100,000. Which one do you choose? They'll try to make some excuse to mess with the $50,000 dude. And then after you, because they'll try to say that, oh, the $100,000 dude is this, that, and the third. I'm like, no, he's everything that the other dude is. Only thing that's different is they make different amounts of money. And then they'll say, oh, okay, well then I'll take the $100,000. I was like, thank you. Because number one, $100,000 dude can give you more than the 50,000. And it's just like a hard thing because majority of women want a man that makes $100,000.
Yeah, but how that's look. If somebody would suggest jumping up with $100,000 dude, that's like a red flag for me. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I'm getting back to that point. Well, like, is you wanting me for me, or what I can do for you? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make you more comfortable because I got more money. What happens if I fall to be that $50,000 dude and he get on the come up and become that $100,000 dude?
True. And that's something that I think a lot of people don't see. Because for men, we don't give a fuck about how much money